government used to fund mental health asylums and sanitariums. This was a really common practice, and mostly it was like federal government giving money for these facilities. And you see them in movies. We don't really have many left. This is where people who were mentally ill would go to get their needs met, or get medicine if they needed it, have a place to live. But asylums weren't perfect. There's lots of stories of people being abused, not having their rights. So it's not a great system, but it at least gave people a place to go and gave people a place to go get help. Then in the 1960s, the U.S. started to get rid of asylums for primarily three reasons. They wanted to reintegrate people with society. This was kind of along the lines of the civil rights movement. They wanted everyone was supposed to be equal and in the same playing field. Reason number two is that antipsychotic medications were starting to come out and seemed to be effective. So they thought, okay, they don't need to be in an asylum. Maybe we can treat them at home in their community. And then number three, of course, as everything in this country, to save money. They closed a lot of these asylums it's for the cash, baby. Because asylums were expensive and the severely mentally ill weren't necessarily rolling in the dough. So essentially, the government started shutting down the asylums and said that it was going to put money into community mental health problems to catch all the people falling out of the asylums. And that did not happen. They did not fund the community mental health system properly. And it led to people with severe mental illness being kicked out onto the streets, out of the asylums, having nowhere really to go and having to figure it out on their own, which also led to a massive increase in homelessness.